some of the most meaningful jewelry you own isn't new. It's inherited. A ring from a grandmother, a necklace full of memories, but no longer your style. Duke's Jewelers reimagines family heirlooms into custom pieces you'll actually wear and love. Working one-on-one, Duke's designers honor the original story while creating something fresh and modern. Don't let meaningful jewelry sit unused. Let it live on beautifully. Visit Duke's Jewelers in Springville or online at dukesjewelers.com, where old stories become new treasures.
Derek Overstreet, founder of the New Millennium Group. We're a financial planning firm. We have advisors standing by right now to take your call. 888-999-6370. The reason you're going to want to call is we're going to help you retire 3 to 5 years before you thought possible. The way we do this is by putting together a step-by-step plan. So if you're one of those people listening and you'd like a plan in writing, give us a call at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or go to utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Your home for the best coverage of the Jazz, Utes, and Cougars is right here on The Zone. This is JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
As a middle school saxophonist, this and Careless Whisper, those were the top of the list for saxophonists.
Bro.
But it's such funky saxophone, you could never pull it off.
Oh, no.
You could try to do Careless Whisper and you could kind of pull off a version.
I played the saxophone back in the day.
You did too?
That was terrible.
I still have one. I can play a lot of Christmas songs.
I don't know why I have one.
You still have it?
Yeah, my wife can never win the bet to make me play.
Is it an alto sax?
Yeah. I played all three.
I played baritone and tenor. And then later on, as an adult, I bought myself an alto sax so I could play the Christmas songs for the kids to show them that I actually did learn an instrument at one point.
I forgot why I have one. I sure enough
You didn't do it in middle school?
Oh, yeah. I did it from fifth grade all the way to 10th grade. And then my mom came in my band class in 10th grade, and she was just like, all right, you can quit. She was like, it's that bad? I was like, thank you, finally. So I'm out this thing.
Yeah, I liked it, but when we moved from Texas to Seattle, I told my dad, I was like, there were two things I wasn't going to do anymore. I'm not playing the saxophone anymore. I'm just doing, because in Texas, they're like, well, at some point too, like I'm like, football's king, you know, but marching band is a huge freaking deal too.
Yeah, it is.
And so people were like, you either tried to be football or marching band. And when you get up to Washington, they were like, no. In Washington, they said, oh yeah, you can do both. And I was like, no, I can't. I will not. I'm just doing football.
Me and my brother did both.
See, and that's the thing is like there were places that there was okay to do both. In Texas, it wasn't because it was like, dude, you better play football. It was more like you have to dedicate yourself to football 100%, or you have to dedicate yourself to marching band 100%.
Definitely was not like that everywhere.
Which is wild. I love the idea of you playing in the band while you were also playing football.
No, I don't.
I did in middle school.
Your football pads with holding a freaking saxophone.
You marched in your pads too?
Yeah, it sucks.
This is I need
no,
yearbook footage.
There's no footage.
I've
deleted and burned
pictures.
all of it. It's all went in my bonfire last night.
Just, you know what? That has created an image in my mind that I respect you more.
No.
Sly?
No. Hey, just know I'm a guy. I do it all. I do it all. You need contracting work. You need electricity, plumbing. I do all that stuff, man. I even played the saxophone back in the day. You know, it's the more you know. You know, Alex, it's crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
We just got news that the Mammoth, even professional athletes and the radio play-by-play voices that travel with them, run into travel delays. I guess there's an issue getting into Seattle on time. Yes? That's kind of a bummer because I have to fly up to SeaTac this weekend. I don't like to hear travel delays. For chartered flights, what do you think it's going to be for me, I think I'm in the steerage section of Frontier.
I hope you have pre-check. That's all I say.
No, I told you, like I'm trying to do this on the cheap because we have to go up a couple times.
Right.
And I'm honestly on Frontier.
I don't
I
know if I should be saying it, but they are the absolute worst. I don't know if I've ever wanted to fight.
You know what I love is that Napolis is a young man in his 20s, and so he has thoughts. He's like, I can tell you the cheap cruddy airlines you need to take, my guy.
Oh, I got the routes for you, buddy.
He's like, Delta points? Never heard of you. That's how I know you're old. That's the number one how I know you're old.
Is how many Delta points you
Is
have?
how many Delta points you can do. You can rile up here. So that it is. It's an old guy move to have Delta points. DJ's here. Look at him. DJ, you want to be Mike Folta for the for the segment? Nah, it's fine. He's all good.
He's passing it on. No, man.
He pretend like he didn't hear us. It's fine. It's all good.
We're all good.
I would have given him 2 minutes for Real Salt Lake. So, yeah, travel delays for the team. Regardless, this Mammoth team obviously have a lot on the tip. So, Sly did something during the break here. He was looking and he goes, oh, man, the Mammoth lost to the Blackhawks recently? And I was like, oh, yeah. And then he goes, they lost twice? I had to break the news to him here in the studio that the Mammoth are 0-4 this year against one of the worst teams in their division.
In the league.
Matchup-wise, it was not good for them. They lost all 4 times they played. They're in Chicago twice, here in Utah twice. It's going to be, I think, 8 points that they're going to look at and go, how do we not get at least 4 or 6 out of that series?
Well, I mean, for me, I absolutely love it. The one, it goes to the notion of no game is ever won before it's played. But like, I've always been a proponent of matchups. We match up well against this team, or we don't match up well against this team. I don't care if that team is 27 wins and we're over here with 40-something wins. Like, we just don't match up well. And that's exactly what happened there, because they've had close losses. It doesn't matter here or there. And I just, as you tell me, they just had the Mammoth's number this year. And everybody was like, oh, do you think we can win this game? You're doing this and that. Well, I'm just like, well, we're not great. They're strong. So it could go either way, man. But yeah, man, that's nuts, man. Especially when you're in the hunt for the playoffs and you have those type of losses to the second worst team in the league. It sucks as a team. Like, sure. I know those guys in that locker room probably hated it just as much as we're hating it on the outside. And so you just got to deal with it, but you got to go out there and play every single time.
So right now, as the Mammoth have had a 4-day break, before tomorrow it'll be 4 days between their last game, which of course was that massive win last Saturday against
Kings.
Against the Kings, 6-2 down there at their place. Boy, they needed it. Aside from that, they got their guys showing up. So it was a good mix of better goaltending, because both Vitek and Veggie were having kind of rough goes over a week or so span. I mean, between the two, they gave up 12 goals at home in 2 games at one point. And these are guys that have been super consistent. In fact, the team was very, very quick to go. These guys are solid all the time. These are just games that we have sometimes. And a lot of times it's our fault. We don't help these guys out. When I think that which team was it that won? The Capitals, when they scored 7 goals, they had like 37 or 38 shots on goal. It was just absolutely crazy how much they were attacking. And that's on the defense, and they know that. And so they look and they go, and then the defense and the offense both look and go, neither of us did our jobs, and so we put our goalies in a bad spot.
Right.
So Veggie gets it back again, and he gets that 6-2 win, and then you have to hit the road after 4 days. Now, the rest of the NHL has been going. And so in terms of matchups right now and where teams are and where the chips currently fall, the Preds play tonight. They're on that current 3-game losing streak. The Mammoth play tomorrow. They're both at 74 games. The Jets, watch out, are 1 point behind the Predators, who are 5 points behind the Utah Mammoth. The Jets are currently one of the hotter teams in the entire West. They're 6, and they've gotten 14 out of 18 points out of their last 10 matchups here, out of their 20 points. 16 out of 20 in the last 10 matches. So they've been playing out of their minds, and they're a really good team, and they have the best goaltender probably in the world. So that's a team you have to look at and go, they could show up and be the St. Louis of this year. If they go on a heater like the Blues did last year, if you recall, the Blues won 12 games in a row to be able to get themselves to the playoffs. If any of these teams goes these last 7. If they go 7 for 7, and in the case of the Jets, that would make it a 9-game win streak or a 10-game win streak going into the playoffs. They will likely be the one who might steal that spot, that wild card 1 spot even. If you're a Mammoth fan, though, I think you're going to see this team put together. If they go 500 over the next 7 games, I guess it's 8. No, over the next 8 games, if they go 500, they won't be at. That will only give them 90 points, and they probably need to be between 92 and 95 to be able to say, hey, we're there. I think you need to go over these next 8 games. You got to go 5-3. And if you do that, you get your 10 points. You're at 92. You feel okay about it. If you go out there and you go 6-2, then I think you'll be in such a better spot. They will likely have that wild card 1 spot. And so there's a lot of hockey still yet to be played. The Mammoth have to go back on the road, and they have to take on the Kraken, who, by the way, just got shut out last night against the Oilers, who won that game 3-0. Guess who the goalie was for the Oilers last night, who got the shutout? Connor Ingram, former Mammoth. So all of these teams are fighting their butts off. Seattle's one of those teams too. Now, they haven't done themselves any favors because they haven't been playing very well. But with the Mammoth we have no idea what hockey playoffs feel like here in Utah. Except for that we've seen them on TV. Some people may have gone to some Golden Knights games over the years. But the reality is, Sly, this is not – I don't think we're ready for how crazy it's going to get here. And I just would be so sad if it doesn't get here because you have a little mini meltdown before the end of the regular season.
I mean, this 4-game break is huge, right? 5 of the next.
Would you rather have the 4-game break, or would you rather just get right back to it because they played one of their best games in a long time?
No, you need a break.
All right.
If you can get a nice win like they had against the Kings before you have a break, but these next 8 games are going to be. They're going to be extremely crucial. 5 of them are at home, so that's great too. But you go against the Canucks, you go against Edmonton, you go against the Preds. Those are all guys that are neck and neck with you as far as your schedule and fighting for that pot. So there's going to be some great hockey that's going to be played here in the next couple weeks, man. So I think they're in great position right now to get it. This 4-game break. You heard Serg. He's just like, this is a much-needed break for us right now. We can really get our bearings back, understand that we're still in control of our own destiny. We go out there and win. As you said, 6-2 is great. What if they go 7-1? What if they go 5-3? If they make it, and they get there, we got 5 home games. Normally, you're supposed to have home field, home court, home barn,
home ice. Yeah, home barn. I like home barn.
And so hopefully it just it goes in their favor with all that. And when they were on the tear here in early, was it February when they went on a tear?
They had the best January to February 14th of anybody in the whole NHL.
Great. So you get with a great game on the way out. You get a 4-game break, and now you still have that confidence from that 6-2 win against the Kings, and you go out in these next 8 games and you just crush it and just understand what it is, and that is playoff mentality as you head into the playoffs, and you just keep that thing rolling, man. So I think that break is perfect.
But you can also get a 4-point swing in a lot of these nights when you're playing some of these teams who are right around you in the standings, and so they'll have a couple of opportunities there. They're also playing some of the teams that aren't very good in the NHL. You think about the Vancouver Canucks, everybody's kind of calling that a gimme, but we just also went over the fact that the
Blackhawks.
Chicago Blackhawks are not a very good team this year, but 4-0 against the Mammoth. Some teams just get your number, and some teams just kind of have it. If that's the case, I think we went through, because if you're a season ticket holder, you get kind of first dibs on the playoffs. This is not going to be an inexpensive ticket to get the first playoff tickets here in Utah.
That's going to be huge. And I know the Smiths are going to market the heck out of it. Would
Sister Sylvester be on board with putting down some of your child's college fund on the table for a hockey game? You can't frame it like that.
I don't know if I would, but
you can't frame it like that.
I'll sell my wife.
The baby can stay. She's out. She's out. Hey,
no.
Annapolis, cut that up. Let's send it over.
Yep.
What I
I'm
love,
gonna be
though,
in trouble tonight.
what I do love is, like, people are going to do it. And if you can get a couple games at home, I mean,
It's going to be great.
I think you could have a lot of fun over here across the street.
What's one thing that my wife and I agree on is we value experiences over a lot of things.
Stuff.
Of course, you have to, make it monetarily make sense, but we understand the value of experiences. You're in the moment, you make it happen. Living with regrets is the worst. And from sports fans, if you can always say that I was at the first playoff game for the Mammoths, 20 years down the road, that's huge.
Look what I'm wearing. Look what I'm wearing today.
Yes,
the inaugural season hat that we got last year at one of the games.
Until you're 80 years old, that is going to be in your hat wardrobe.
Well, my kids, they love that they have Utah Hockey Club stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because guess what's going to happen in 30 years? They're gonna do like a mini rebrand. It won't even take that long. They'll do like the mini rebrand though, where they go, you know what? Let's bring back the old hockey club gear. And then they're going to show the old footage. It's going to be all blurry. No, it's all in HD still. But they'll show the old footage and they'll show us on the plaza getting ready for some of those first games. And we get to say we were there.
Retro unis.
We get to say that we were there. The retro unis that just say
man.
UHC. All right.
Yeah.
Got a couple things. All of our hockey talk this segment brought to you by the good folks at Hercules First Federal Credit Union, growing stronger together. And also Trajan Wealth, TRAJANwealth.com for all your trusted local needs in retirement. It's TrajanWealth.com. When we come back, got a couple things in the hopper here for we're going to get you ready for the Utah Jazz, our Jazz Daily coming up next because you got yourself a Jazz game tonight. The Nuggets coming to town. They played them the game before last, right? They're in Denver. And it was like that wild game where everybody was like, settle down, Jazz. And more importantly, what are you doing, Nuggets? You don't feel like playing that game? I think you might see a different story tonight. At Delta Center, we'll see what Nikola Jokic and company can do against this Jazz team. Jazz Daily next, right here, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
I sold my car in Carvana last night.
Well, that's cool.
No, you don't understand. It went perfectly. Real offer, down to the penny. They're picking it up tomorrow. Nothing went wrong.
So, what's the problem?
That is the problem. Nothing in my life goes as smoothly. I'm waiting for the catch.
Maybe there's no catch.
That's exactly what a catch would want me to think.
Wow, you need to relax.
I need to knock on wood. Do we have wood? Is this table wood?
I think it's laminate.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's close enough.
Car selling without a catch. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
You know what's coming.
Your daily deep dive into everything Utah Jazz.
It's time.
All season long and even in the off season. It's Jazz Daily with JJ and Alex on your exclusive home of Utah Jazz basketball. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
What kind of frivolous spending would you do?
If I had $100 million?
Yeah. 1 million. 100
1 million.
million.
We were just talking about the 9-figure deals are like not even people don't even bat an eye at it these days.
They're not like shocked anymore.
You better come to the table with $60 million per. If that supermax deal in the NBA is going to just keep going up and everything's going to keep going crazy. What's Rudy's last year supposed to be? Annapolis is like $58 million. No,
Rudy's last year.
Rudy's 62. Rudy's 62.
Who's his agent? He did an amazing job.
That guy, defense is important in the NBA. Don't let anybody fool you because it's going to be it's Rudy, and what he does shows that that's the case. I think Giannis is going to get $80 million at one point at the later part of his contract. Don't quote me on it, but I think that that's the case. Just let me do like a quick little something here.
Yeah, but that's my question. I'm like, what kind of frivolous spending would you do?
Yeah, so projected $80 million if the Warriors were to get him. It would be like a 2-year 162. 2 years.
162.
160 something million.
How much is that in California terms? Only 80 million? California tax is about to blow that up. 2 years, 162.
Yep. That'd be pretty good. Hey, that's your Lakers, though. You guys will do anything.
Hey, man, they got it. The buses, or now they sold that.
Yeah. Whoever the people are that paid $10 billion for it, they have it.
They got that money.
Do we need to hit, should we hit the breaking news center? All right. You're not going to like this one. I know our producer, Alex Napolis, does not like this. Look at him.
We got news.
Look at him. Adam Schefter. Shefty Bomb. Of course, covers the NFL for ESPN. Is reporting Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua has just checked into rehab. His attorney, Levi McCalthern, has told the California Post. Not a good week for...
No, not at all. Not at all.
For a lot of folks.
Whoa. Tiger, now Puka.
But here's the thing. Napolis, come on. You gotta get with us on this. Come on. How you doing in there?
You all right?
Everything okay?
Your blood pressure all right?
I'm devastated.
But see, but you say that, but the reality is that this has been building for this kid, right?
Yes.
There has been a negative energy for all the positive energy around that kid has been equally polarizing, to say the least. So Puka checking into rehab the same week that Tiger does, and all of your favorite sports people are hopefully getting the help that they need. So there you go.
We seen him after the Super Bowl and all this other stuff, and his brother's going through it too.
There is a camera everywhere. There are cameras everywhere.
Everyone is the media.
You will never, that's a great point. You will never, ever, ever
get away with something.
You will never live a private life in the place that they're at. There's just no version of it.
Absolutely.
It's and there's no expectation of it for these professional athletes. People don't respect it anyway. And so that you got to be that much more dialed up. Even more so. So what does that do then? Like, and what's a rehab stint look like? 30, 60 days? And
so he's going to miss all of OTAs?
Which, say whatever you want about your OTAs, that no one cares that much.
Well, I mean, people have missed it before, and it's done nothing. So there's
Aaron Rodgers hasn't been for 16 years. I don't know what it's been. He doesn't go to OTAs, though. Most of the veterans, it's like, look, and a guy like Puka, obviously, he can call his shot. You won't be able to do it very long if you don't slow it down.
The problem with Puka is you're messing up your next contract.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Smith and Jigba just set the market. It's a premier opportunity.
That's a really good point. So, contract detrimental, all those things, at the very least, a GM will look and go,
that's going into your contract negotiation.
We want to pay you.
We can't trust you.
We're going to take a third off the top of it because we can't roll the dice on a guy who's been so much of a lightning rod.
That is a real conversation. That is really put into those contract negotiations of that point right there. And it's not because of your play on the field. You are an absolute beast on the field.
So he's trying to. So he's also facing accusations, obviously, of the sexual misconduct nature, right?
Of the biting.
On top of all this, and his lawyer added to Adam Schefter reporting what the California Post put in the story. Quote: "This is his lawyer for Puka Nacua. He was in rehab a substantial period of time before any of these allegations broke with Madison." Because we're just throwing names around. And he's scheduled to be there for a while longer. That's considerably worse, news-wise. That, one, he's been there for a big chunk of time, and he's going to be there, for a while longer. So, there you go. That is some wild news for your Rams there, guy.
It is.
I'll tell you, too, what's tough is, hey, my 11-year-old has a Puka Nacua jersey. You know what I mean? Enough said. Because this stuff floats around on ESPN at my house, and then what does an 11-year-old understand with all this? The heck's rehab? Who's Madison? Who's Madison?
Conversations.
Yeah.
Who's Madison?
That's I don't. Again, So you have to have this weird conversation, and yeah.
Hey,
don't meet your heroes. It's the thing, man.
Oh,
it's tough.
That's not the case for all of it,
no,
though.
I know,
but
I know.
like,
it's just a bummer.
I hate that is a statement that could be true.
You know who dude needs to hang out with, and he hangs out in commercials with him. You better get with Fred Warner like 100% of the time, because I don't know what that guy does in his personal life. You know why? He makes it that way.
But he's climbing buildings in the off season.
Contract detrimental. No, but I'm saying, like, you think of a guy who's as buttoned up as it comes, and on top of that, he's an all-pro. He's like, hey, let me put my arm around another all-pro and tell you how you got to dial it up, man.
BYU guy.
Both BYU guys. Get Fred Warner's in that conversation. You get Taysom over there, and let's figure it out.
Good old Taysom.
All right. All right, yes, Jazz Daily, as we said. The Utah Jazz, of course, facing off tonight against the Nuggets. They lost against the Cavs the other night. Donovan got his 34, and it was fun to see those guys back in town, he and Sam Merrill. Tonight, Elijah Harkless out. Collier still out. Key is still out. Other than that, it's all the same. You're going to get a lot of young guys getting the start tonight. And you're going to see a lot of minutes played by your Cody Williamses, by your Kyle Filipowskis, by your Bryce Sensabauses. You've got all sorts of people who are going to get a ton of minutes. Out of those three, who have all had pretty fun nights, and then throw in Ace Bailey, I want you guys, and we're going to report tomorrow, give me a ranking on how they score tonight. Who's going to be the top scorer of those four? And give me the order that they finish on their scoring. Because all of these guys have been having like massive nights, right? Across the board. So between those four, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all playing. At least they're all available. Give me your ranking on Napolis. I'll make you go first. Who's going to go? Who's going to get the most? Who's going to go among those four? Who's the top scorer? Third, second, third, and fourth.
Oh, let's go. Cody Williams 1.
Oh, okay.
Filipowski 2.
Hold on. I can't type that fast. So you went with Williams, Cody Williams 1.
Kyle Filipowski
Flip
2.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go Sensabaugh 3.
What we talked, but I said, but we also threw in Ace Bailey. Does that change your mind?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the 4.
Okay.
It's the 4.
All right, Ace 3.
Ace 3. Okay, Flip second. Ace 3, and then you do Sensabaugh 4. Let me see here. Okay. What do you have?
I got Bryce, Flip, Cody, Ace.
Bryce, Flip, Cody, Ace. Okay. You guys are dead wrong. I mean, it's fine, but here's what we got. I had to try to write these down as fast as possible, but here we go. I'm going to go Ace 1.
Why?
Because he's been on, man. He's been doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go Ace. Caps lock out of here. I'm gonna go.
Bryce is a scorer.
I'm gonna go Bryce. I'm gonna go Flip and then Cody. Okay, so we're all different. And I like my list way better. What'd Croshaw say?
You would like Croshaw, somebody else's list better?
Here are the lists. Napolis has for the top 4 scorers.
Just for tonight,
you said Bryce.
right?
You said Bryce last, right? Yes, okay. Just for tonight. Here's Nap. Cody Williams, number 1 in scoring tonight among the 4. Then Flip, then Ace, then Bryce. Okay? Sly wasn't much better. Bryce, then Flip, then Cody, Ace dead last for him. Here's my list. Looks great. Ace, Bryce, Flip, Cody.
You put Cody last, and he was just the top scorer of the last game?
All right. I'm making Croshaw do it. Sean, welcome to work, dude.
Thanks.
Sorry.
I'm going to do Ace, Cody, Bryce.
Ace, Cody, Bryce. Flip. Ace, Cody, Bryce, and then Flip. Okay. I like yours. It's okay. I think Ace 1 is the right choice for us. We're on Ace first team. I like that. Regardless, outcome of tonight's game, I think it's going to be a lot different. I think you're going to see the Nuggets, who are going to come in I think they're going to assert themselves probably a little bit more than we saw in the last one. I think this will be closer to the Phoenix Suns versus Jazz result that we saw a few days ago, more than it'll be the Nuggets effort that we saw from a few days ago. So the Nuggets had to come back with, I think 9 minutes left is when they took their first lead of like the game since like the first 2 minutes.
What do we win when I win?
You're here tomorrow, right? Hey, that box of Nutty Buddies is still going to be there. You know what we're going to do? Let's put those bad boys in the fridge. That's what we're doing.
Don't need that.
Croshaw, come get a Nutty Buddy. Come on, man. And they're not April Fools because they're sealed. Don't eat those Rice Krispie treats that Esparza left outside, by the way. When nobody trusts
Or
them.
do.
Nobody trusts
We
them.
need somebody to try.
They're made with Fruity Pebbles. I like the guy, but he's getting us with something. All right? So, all right.
Just being nice.
We'll take our final break before we get you ready for the Jazz versus the Nuggets. Pregame's going to be coming up at 6 o'clock. Stay here, 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone.
Derek Overstreet, founder of the New Millennium Group. We're a financial planning firm. We have advisors standing by right now to take your call. 888-999-6370. The reason you're going to want to call is we're going to help you retire 3 to 5 years before you thought possible. The way we do this is by putting together a step-by-step plan. So if you're one of those people listening and you'd like a plan in writing, give us a call at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or go to utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car is gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
Accessing.
When TV and radio collide.
Love it.
This is what you get. You're listening to JJ and Alex.
Don't touch that dial.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. Steven Sylvester, nice enough to sit in for the next couple days. Let me see here. How many rushing yards did Dampier end up with last year? I know I'm putting you guys on the spot. I don't know.
780 or 820.
830 or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
I think with the bowl game, he was up there.
Yeah, he ended with 835.
835. Okay.
There you go. Let's see with the gifts. Yeah, I just remember Wayshawn wanted that last 19 yards to get him to 1,000. He was at 981.
So Mitch Harper came on our program yesterday, and he said, I think Bear Bachmeier could be the best quarterback in the Big 12. I did that. I think I made that exact noise. And my thought was, I think it might be third or fourth best because, I mean, coming back, obviously he did what he did. I mean, the dude threw for 3,000 yards, 15 passing touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. But he also ran for 530 yards himself, right? Great. Now, if you're just going off of the numbers, Devin Dampier beat those numbers, and he was how much of the season percentage-wise was he actually hurt?
He was hurt.
Like 25% of the time, 30?
No, I would go more than that.
And he still had a very, very efficient year.
Right.
That's what he was. He was super efficient. Lots of touchdowns thrown, lots of rushing touchdowns, lots of rushing yards. Great, fine. I think Noah Fafita is the best quarterback still coming back in the conference. Yeah. Tough to beat him. His experience is tough to beat. He got better after Tet McMillan left, which is wild. He did not have the year that we thought he was going to have with Tet McMillan under his wing. And then junior year last year, he has a phenomenal year, and it basically goes unnoticed because it was Arizona.
How terrible the team was, right?
But they won 9 games, Sly.
No, I'm talking about the year before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
But there was just so much stuff going on with BYU, Utah, Texas Tech.
Right.
It really got lost in the shuffle, and that's what a lot of teams do.
I mean, TCU won 9 games. Houston won 10. Right. But we just didn't think about it because the race at the top was really, really close.
Right.
So there's a lot of good quarterbacks in this conference, and some of them left too. Some of the good ones really left. But we'll see. Yet to be seen on it. All right. Jazz, Nuggets. Pregame's going to be coming up here in just a few moments. Tim Lacombe Jake Scott typically carry you through on that, and you're going to be able to get that and the call, of course, on the radio home of the Utah Jazz. How does this one shake out, Sly, in the next minute that we have left here to be able to talk about it?
Man, I think it's going to be exactly what we expect. The Jazz are going to get their butts spanked. I think the Nuggets are in their playoff push mode, and I think that
they didn't look like it the other day.
I know, but
I don't know why they didn't. But
hey, it's one of those things. It's April now. They only got 8 games left of the season, and I think that Joker, he's going to have a massive triple-double, 30-point triple-double tonight. And he's going to exit early in the fourth quarter. And
with 30 points early? He's leaving early still?
I don't know, man. There's been some remarkable numbers being put up. I think Luka averaged, 40 through the whole month of March? Like, it's just nuts. Yeah. But, I think Joker's going to have a nice night and try to set the stage for his team on how they need to attack these last 8 games of the season.
Okay. The last games of the season start right now. You're going to get your Jazz and your Nuggets coming up here across the street at Delta Center. You're going to get the call, of course, on the radio from Jake and Coach Tim Lacombe are going to be right here first for the pregame, so we'll get you that right now. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. Stay tuned.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Just top.
Derek Overstreet, founder of the New Millennium Group. We're a financial planning firm. We have advisors standing by right now to take your call. 888-999-6370. The reason you're going to want to call is we're going to help you retire 3 to 5 years before you thought possible. The way we do this is by putting together a step-by-step plan. So if you're one of those people listening and you'd like a plan in writing, give us a call at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or go to utahsfinancialplanner.com.